Hello everybody, and have I got a lot of new stuff that's happened recently. Uh, so much stuff, in fact, I don't actually know where I should start on all this. Oh, wait. Oh gosh, yeah. Beep. Oh, apparently a game for my Steam wishlist is now suddenly on sale. Sorry about that weird noise. Whatever, regardless. Uh, right, okay. So yesterday, gosh. So I'm trying to think properly and you know, whatever. Put everything all up nice and pretty. Ooh, 25.76. Yeah, we can totally do 16 now. Cool. Yay. Compen, compartmentalize. Why don't I know what that word is? Whatever. As it turns out, so yesterday did the monthly grocery shopping, the whatever, 15% off Tuesdays, because yay. And then I had someone over to try to fix my internet. Seems to have really fixed it, because before it used to be the case of... I wish that having more max health meant that I could actually do it more than like 4 times, with the 5th time being like a passing out. See, my internet had gotten fixed, so that was cool, so it's not so fluctuating and unstable, except turns out that my modem, is like super old and just does not work properly anymore, as evidenced by the fact how about half the time it just will not transmit 5G internet. It'll just be all like, nope, and it just decides that it doesn't want to anymore. So, that's annoying. Okay. So half the time my computer does not want to transmit 5G internet, which is annoying. My modem, whatever. So it looks like I might need to pick up a whole new modem. I was on the phone with my internet service provider this morning and tried to do the hard reset. And it was just like, no, I don't want a hard reset. No, no, no. It was just being a real pain in the neck about all of that for whatever reason. And then I go, okay. It's like, well, off the phone with the internet people. I'm just going to
absolutely delighted.
I'm just going to record some Moon Factory. Whatever. Get this done, because I didn't get it done last night because I was busy with other matters of a different course of action overall. And then as soon as I go to start recording, it's like, oh hey, I hard reset. Oh, and also the stuff that's written on the back of the modem for like the default like Wi-Fi name and Wi-Fi password, yeah, those are both wrong. Those aren't the defaults. And it's like, oh, well, why would it be put there if those aren't the defaults? Like, I don't know, but those aren't the defaults. So it's like, well then. So I had to go and fix up all of that and get all of that set up and get my Switch connected, because the Switch that I'm playing on here is not my primary Switch, it is secondary. So if I try to use it, see, if I try to play a game not on cartridge on it, I have to connect the Switch to the internet, so it will allow me to play the game. If the internet, say, dies while I'm playing, oh well, too bad. Can't play the game anymore. That's just how it is. And also, some random people decide to show up to my apartment, like last night for nothing. And, like, I don't know why. They're all like, oh yeah, we're here for, like, services. I'm like, what kind of services? Like, oh, wasn't this you on the phone talking to us about wanting our services? I'm like, no. Who are you? What do you want? It's like, oh yeah, it's like, we have like a text message from someone saying that they are in this apartment that they wanted our services. Like, what company are you here with? It's like, so pretty sure something shady was trying to go on in my building, and somehow I got roped into it. And to make it extra creepy, one of the people, the one, you know, with the text messages and all, decided to call the number that they had been texting. I'm just like, oh yeah, this number is out of service. Or what? This number has been disconnected, is what it said. And it's like, well, I really don't know how to help you here. It's not my number. I'm not the one who told you to go here. Someone else told you to go to my apartment. Don't blame me because someone else doesn't apparently know where they live. It's like, no, I don't want to just go along with it and like see how far they're willing to do things. Like, no, I don't. Like, just let me be as much not a part of that as possible.
Time to eat.
I am absolutely
delighted.
I am absolutely delighted.
Literally nothing to do with anything.
I am absolutely delighted.
Hello, Cinnamon. And then I watched all of Cyberpunk Edge Runners like last night. And that made me want to re-download Cyberpunk because I tried playing Cyberpunk a little while back, but it decided to just not work. And as far as I'm aware, it was an internet issue, and it would just be all like, well, we can't connect to the servers that you have to be always online and connected to play this game. So we're just going to, you know, stop the game. It's like, well, that's stupid. It's a single-player game. Let me play my game. But no, was not connected to servers, so it just decided, nope. And nothing I could do about that. So, and my computer is still having lots and lots and lots of issues. So what I want to do is take my graphics... Oh, wow. Is take my graphics card out of my computer here.
I am absolutely delighted.
Hello.
Oh, right, yeah. There we go. I want to take my graphics card out of my main desktop computer and put it in my secondary computer, the one that I use for like the webcam commander games, and basically just use that computer as my primary computer, because the only, like, that thing does have 16 gigabytes of RAM. It does have like the same processor as this one. Didn't buy a lesser processor, but like the same one, which is curious. So it's like, well, yeah, the only really big difference between the computers is the graphics card. That one doesn't really play games so well. That's because I got a cheap graphics card, and that was cheap back when all of the graphics cards were uber stupid expensive. Remember that happening in, what, 2021? When the mining craze hit, like, big time, so every graphics card was, like, what, 5 times to 10 times normal price or whatever. People were buying $600 graphics cards for, like, $3,000 because, well, that's the only way I'm gonna get one. Big name, like, YouTube channels or whatever, hosting competitions just to see if they would allow people to buy the graphics cards at MSRP.
Nice.
Not giving away graphics cards, to allow people to buy them for what they're supposed to cost. So yeah, I got a cheap graphics card for that, but yeah. The graphics card in this computer is like, it's a 2060. It wasn't even like the top of the line back when I made the computer, it was good. It was decent. It was close to the top of the line, but technically not actually top of the line. Because I think like the 2070 Super, whatever, was actually top of the line at the time. Oh my gosh!
Right.
We actually got a rune crystal. Nice! I'm gonna have to tell Azura about that later. She's in for surgery right now. No, not that surgery, a different surgery. I'm sure that if she wants to talk about that on a future episode, she will. But I'll leave it at she's undergoing surgery right now and basically just won't be available today and probably won't be available tomorrow. So I don't know if she'll necessarily be available by the time the next episode comes around, but she should be available by the time the episode after the next episode comes around. Hey, 2 bosses, cool. So yeah, just I don't know exactly what I'll do with this computer, but I think I'll use this computer as the webcam computer. It isn't quite as small as the other one, but I'll get it all put into like its old case, which is smaller than the cases I'm using, because I'm just using a gigantic sized case for no good reason. It looked cool. That was the reason. So I'll just use the small... But yeah, and just have a pretty tiny computer. Not pretty tiny, pretty, comma, tiny computer as my main desktop, whatever. The graphics card should be able to fit in there. I don't know for sure if it will, but it should be able to. And then I also have like an SSD I want to put in because that's what holds all of my Steam games. So that'd be kind of important to include. Yum yum. But then I also want to throw in what is the other thing I want? Wait. Sorry, just completely blanking and totally forgot what I was just talking about here. Right, I want to throw in my SSD that has all of my Steam games saved on it, because of course I do. If I'm going to be using it as my gaming computer, I kind of need my games. Can't just store all of my games on my C drive, even if it is a 1 terabyte M2 in there. And some might be wondering why I just swap the M2s, because that would be just more work, and yeah, that'd just be more work overall than just swapping the graphics card. Because you have to take out the graphics card, at least with the other computer, to actually access the M2 in the first place.
I'm not done yet.
Yeah, an SSD is pretty small, so I should be able to fit that in the computer case. I'll have to, you know, open that one up, check it out, see what I can do about that. Boston before it, right? Yeah. So I can't actually like hear the audio of the game, so it's very weird.
Yes. Nice.
I don't know if the audio is playing for all of you, but it's not playing for me. Game Capture HD is already running. It was not. Game Capture HD is already running.
Wonderful.
However, my big bulky hard drive, yeah, I won't be able to have that be connected to everything. Yeah, no, Game Capture HD not running. Now it is, and now I can hear the game. Cool. Boss number 5.
I'm not done yet. Yes.
Don't think this is the way forward, huh? No, no, yep. Alright, cool, yep. No, right? Yeah, this one is down. Yeah, there's no way that I'll be able to get the graphics card swapped over and get that bulky hard drive swapped over, so I'll have to figure out an answer to that. Mostly because that hard drive is where I keep all of my game recordings. So I guess I'll have to record onto the SSD. Instead, and just not necessarily have such an extreme backup list of all of the stuff that I've recorded. Like, I don't keep all of the videos I've recorded, but I do keep, like, at least the last video that I have recorded / uploaded for each series, plus everything that hasn't been uploaded, because obviously.
I am absolutely delighted.
Yes.
Spores. Rankins. Okay. So I have to find some sort of pattern and basically just use my thumb drive that I have to transfer stuff from what will be my primary computer to what will be my secondary computer. Because, like, if I, finish up a series and just decide that I want to, like, stop it, whether or not I'm actually finished with it, like, say with Little Witch Nobita, I never actually finished that game, but I had decided that I was done.
Nice.
And I want to keep, like, I want to be able to keep a record to track exactly how many episodes I have done in it. So that's a lot of stuff that I'll have to transfer over before eventually just flat out swapping the two computers. Because if my computer crashes while I'm just doing some webcam commander, it's just an issue of, hey everybody, wait a minute, I'll be back. Like, whatever. Computer crashes while recording, and it's an issue of, oh shoot.
I am absolutely delighted.
I think we did a 6th boss, so no, this is 7th? I have no idea. So yeah, swapping around computers is a potential plan going forward. Okay, the biggest issue that will come from this is that the smaller computer does not have room on its motherboard for the internal capture card that I use. So when it comes to recording stuff on the Switch, I'll either have to get a new external capture card to use and make work and hope that's going to be good, and hope that somehow I get an external capture card that can just transmit the video directly onto oh my gosh, directly onto the computer instead of, and playback crash again, instead of having to transmit it to like a TV screen to watch, and that's like mess around with cables or having like a third monitor that's literally only useful for blah 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 blah. Oh, whoops. Went the wrong way. Or keep, you know, this computer, keep the big computer plugged in where the small computer is currently plugged in, and have just that be just like a thing, and just do all of my console game recordings on that. Yeah, just lounge on the couch, grab my wireless controllers, get, I would say a wireless headset, but evidence has shown that wireless headsets are bad ideas, so get a wired headset with just a really long cable.
All right.
So I can then record all of my... Yeah, so then I can still record like all of my Switch games and also other console games. Get like an HDMI multi-tap ready to plug into the capture card. Because I don't necessarily think that the graphics card specifically matters so much when it comes to using just a capture card. So yeah, I have another. Oh God, I've got a number of plans for the near future.
Nice.
Okay, 3 rune crystals. I think that Team Luck dictates the number of rune crystals going. Because 3 rune crystals in one run through is a heckin' lot. So all that stuff I do kind of want to get started working on today, but I also have to, you know, actually upload this episode, which will probably take a little while.
Take that. Take this.
I am absolutely delighted.
Nope. Alright.
All right.
And that's not new. Nope. Woo! Time to refight this boss a few times over again. Because yeah, this computer crashes way too much for its own good. And who knows, maybe getting a new M2 plugged in will fix it, and then everything will be fine. So maybe I should wait, because I already ordered a new M2. Just wait, basically just plug that in, and then just reinstall everything. Just basically try to boot it up from fresh, and maybe the only issue is stuff that's actually on the M2 itself, and everything else is completely fine. So I should try that out first. And if that doesn't work, I'll move on to all this other stuff.
Hey, I'm not done yet.
Yeah,
I am absolutely delighted.
It's at the point that like whenever I record, I just really, really, really hope that the game that the entire computer doesn't just crash on me. So if it does, then like,
Nice.
oh well, I'm screwed.
Yes!
Nope, already had those.
Come visit us sometime.
Maybe I will. Yeah, I do need to buy a whole new modem and that. And like I'm literally just using like earbuds to my computer right now, so maybe like a new headset would be nice. Honestly, yeah, a new wired headset with a nice, decently long cord would be nice to have, but authentically don't actually need it. These earbuds actually do kind of work. It is annoying that I cannot do literally any Bluetooth with this computer. Because trying to have a Bluetooth adapter makes the crashes happen just so much more.
Yes! All right!
Yeah.
Nice! Nice! Nice!
Yeah. If this was above level 1, it'd be worth it to ship out, but it being just level 1 means reload. And of course, there's
Kina and I would be pleased to see you.
no reason for it to be not level 1. Da. Hey.
Take that!
So when it comes to yeah, having like the whole computer that I use just for webcam commander games, essentially, like the living room computer. Cinnamon, what are you doing? Oh, you're out of food or water, are you? I'll feed and / oil water you after
I
this.
am
Yeah,
absolutely
that
delighted.
wind twister lasted way too long for some good.
All right!
Alright. Boom, 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 boom.
All right! All right!
I want to get something
I've been waiting for far, far too long.
new and or useful. Right, Cinnamon? Go. But yeah, apparently just... Yeah. But yeah, who knows, maybe I'll just replace the M2, everything will be fine, and won't have to swap computers, so won't have to deal with
I
the
am
lack of a
absolutely
hard drive or
delighted.
lack of a capture card problem. Although it would be nice to one day have a living room computer that has a capture card, so if we want to play and record games, just
All right!
You know.
Nice!
plug stuff right on into the, yeah, have like a USB multi-tap that plugs into the computer, so it's like just the helmet that I'm currently using.
All right.
Rise and shine, my friend.
Gosh, I just don't know how to do a Rune Factory video by myself. Yeah, just watching Cyberpunk download on Steam, though, was incredible. Because most of the times, when I download something on, like, Steam, whatever, I'd be, like, I could maybe sometimes get as much as a 2 megabytes per second download speed. Like, that would be, like, the top of what I could potentially do. I think the record that I'd seen was, like, 2.4. And like last night, it was averaging around 4 megabytes per second with a high of like 5.4. So it's like, right a bit faster.
There.
Oh good, finished downloading Cyberpunk. Maybe I'll play that later. Don't know if I'm going to record it. Probably won't.
Nice.
If I do, it'll definitely be marked as 18 plus because, like, of course it is.
Nice.
No.
Come on.
Like,
hurry
even if
up
I just get
already.
like a rune crystal, that would still be good, right? Yes, yes, feed the monsters. But you know what? I think that now is a great time to test out a question, to try to answer a question that I've had about those chests specifically for a little while now. If it works out, then that means that we don't necessarily have to fight reincarnation every single time we want to change up those chests. If it doesn't work, then
Delighted.
at least then we'll know. So in the pursuit of knowledge,
Nice.
let's go back. How woo to you too, person out there. Person out in the hallway, a woo to you too. Right, so as you can see, reincarnation is still gone. However, the chests are also gone. Okay, so apparently doing that means that the chests are going to be gone. Yeah, there's no, like, save
Work
point
hard,
in the
stay on guard.
reincarnation room. And I don't know why. But, unfortunately, now if we reload, the chests are bound to still be gone. Because it autosaved to, you know, after we left and came back. So it looks like, yeah, we do have to do it the way we've been doing it. If we leave the room after being reincarnation, the chests apparently just disappear. I was really hoping that the chests would stay and that would be able to keep farming them, but that's not the case. And I just keep, you know, reloading what's in the chests and then try to get, you know, stuff that is actually useful. But hey, now we know, so knowledge is important. Alright. No. I guess I could always just check my, like, seed points before going into the whatever. Before going into the tower and then afterwards, and then just try to get an estimate for the number of bosses by doing that, but that would require me to actually be smart and know how to keep count. Hey, you, no. Honestly, those short daggers are probably what I tried to use for farming. Yeah, these short daggers are probably what I tried to use for farming tinfoil steel before, but hey, now I have extra reach on mine, so cool. 241 extra millions. Wait, no, it's still right here. Woohoo, grasslands! Oh yeah, Frost Dream has been going well. Didn't play any yesterday because of all the stuff that was going on, but am planning on playing some today. It almost feels like I'm getting into a little bit of a rut that's like... I'm starting to feel like I have to keep playing it and stuff, and I don't want to make it feel like it's a chore. I want to make it feel like it's something that I'm choosing to do because I want to do, not something I feel obligated into doing. So like that is, you know, something to keep in consideration. I want to make sure to keep it fun, keep it changing up and stuff. And what really helps is when people like comment on the writings that I've put up. There's someone commented asking if I was going to put in new stuff, and gosh, I wish I had caught that message back when they had posted it. So I didn't think that anybody was going to read any of that. But hey, now that I know that at least one person is looking forward to more, I went and put up, like, the next chapter.
Nice. All right.
Wait, some random box just gave me an Emily flower. I can see myself coming back to this game in like 20 years. When I'm playing it on like an emulator with like save states and stuff. Going up to a chest, save state, break it, you know, reload save state, break it. Because I did the same thing with Dark Chronicle briefly. Trying to play through it and trying to get, oh gosh, I want to do another challenge run of Dark Chronicle, but I don't know if like a good challenge run to do. I do at some point want to try to see if I could do that one boss fight with only monster summons, monster transformations. But the main issue I'm running into with monster transformations is that they take for flippin' ever to level up. Like after using one of the summons from chapter 3 through to like chapter 8 or so.
I'm not done yet. Gotcha.
I do think that a Dark Chronicle minimum dungeon entry challenge would be interesting, but I'd have to keep it to some specific rulings.
Nice.
Keep myself accountable to basically, so the dungeon runs basically work the same way as they did in Dark Cloud. So in Dark Chronicle you could just choose to like keep doing the same dungeon floor over and over again if you wanted to, without ever actually leaving.
Ow.
Or skip dungeon floors if you've already done them before. Also still without leaving the dungeon. So you could get a lot of extra grinding done.
Take that.
And sure, in Dark Cloud you get a lot of extra grinding done
All right.
just from the sheer fact of, like, the back
Nice.
floors. Which Dark Chronicle doesn't have the back floors, so that is one less method that you can grind with using.
I'm not
Bye.
done yet. All right.
Okay,
Nice.
so, you know, more difficult in that regard. So, I'm really interested in seeing, one, what the number is, which I guess I could, like, just look at his code save and just see what the number should be, honestly. Right, because, like, for the first dungeon, you
All right.
have to leave at the halfway point, and then,
All right.
yeah, usually with dungeons is, you get halfway through, you have to leave and do some stuff in town,
Nice.
then you get to, like, the last room, and then you have to leave again, do some stuff in town, finish off the boss.
Take that.
So usually, generally, yeah, it's usually 3 entries per dungeon,
Nice.
right? Hold on, wait, right?
All right.
I think I remember it being like that.
Nice.
I remember the
Nice.
second dungeon of the original Dark Cloud was different, just because,
Yes. Nice.
just because they wanted to change it up and stuff. Because, yeah, the first dungeon in Dark Chronicle, you make it halfway through, then you have to leave and get the ride pod,
Take that.
and then you can go back in, and then you can go to the rest of the dungeon. But I don't think you have to necessarily do anything else in
Nice.
town. So
Nice.
once you get the ride pod,
Nice. You've done it.
you should be able to just go all the way through and beat the boss. And you don't actually have to leave the dungeon again until you're done with it. So 2 entries, and then you are done, period.
Take that. Yes. Take that. Yes. Ta. Yeah, there. Nice.
So, you know, nothing major there. Second dungeon, you make it through halfway. I'm trying to remember what it is, because I think that the whole mid section, you just do all in one, right? Because, like, you go through, you talk to... Oh,
All right.
yeah, right? Like, you go in, you talk to the dwarves, or whatever, the hobbits, and then they're all like, oh, yes, they were caught by, like, the fish. Like, here's a fishing rod, so you can fish, too.
All
That's right, I had, like, one of my earlier speed-up episodes, because I was just literally fishing for, like, ever.
All right.
So I'm not sure if you actually have to leave at all. I think you
All right.
can just stay there, but again, not actually sure. But then you eventually get to the end, and then you have to leave, do some Giorama, get the Lafrisca seed,
Yes.
and also get monster transformation to get like the dew put onto there, and then
Wonderful.
get to the boss, and then you can fight the boss. So Rainbow Butterfly Wood might only be 2 entries. But with the split at the end instead of the split being in the middle.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to call up specifically knowledge of my most recent playthrough on it, which
Take that.
might not be such a great place to try to call information up from.
All right. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Last year definitely did a lot of Dark Cloud. So probably won't try another run through of the games until at least next year. Probably. Right now, my semi-daily crystal project is going to last
All right.
at least a few months. And then I can stress about what to find for a semi-daily upload series after that.
Nice. Nice.
It's just kind of feel bad if I did like Cyberpunk, because then like at least some of my audience
All right.
wouldn't really be allowed to watch. Because yeah, I definitely put that on 18 plus. Like
All right.
some games I have, and they can get pretty coarse or crass, and I just like maybe I put like a warning like in the title of episode 1 or whatever. Like with Saints Row or Conker's Bad Fur Day, but anyone can just watch if they want to. But that one's just like that one just like no.
Take that. All right. All right. Take that. Nice. Take that. Yes. 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 Take that. Nice. Nice. All right.
Oh god, yeah, I'm sure that there are so many mechanics of this game that I've just like overlooked so much. Like playing through Moon Factory 4 casually, I never knew that like a heart drink spawned from like one specific spot of the lava caves. And I'd never even been to that room in the lava caves because you basically have to walk through a wall to get there.
Nice.
Well, basically walk through a boulder, which is kind of like a wall.
Take that.
So I'd never even been in the room, let alone, you know, check that search spot, let alone checked it on a regular enough basis to know that on some days it just is a heart drink.
All right.
But then, like, heck yeah, I relied on all of those heart drinks at one point.
Nice. Yes.
So yeah, getting a few thousand extra HP when you only have a few thousand HP. Pretty nice.
Nice.
I really do want to go back to the Moon Factory 4 just for the sake of grinding more heart drinks out.
Take that.
Just to eventually try to figure out what the max HP is, which I'm sure someone has already found out because they just use like a Game Shark or something and just like set HP value infinite. Or just like mod the game or something, like make heart drink provide like
All right.
10,000 max HP instead of just 10.
All
You know,
right.
a million HP. Also, give me 99 or 256 whatever heart drinks.
All right.
Oh god, yeah, get the game on, Let's Game It Out's radar, and it's like, hey, is there a limit to the amount of health you can have? And it's just like, 36 hours later. 12 billion max HP.
Take that.
Gosh, yeah. That YouTuber uploads like once every like 2 or 3 months.
Nice.
And I don't blame him. Like, just the amount of time put into all of those videos just to record them seems absolutely astronomical. Plus, that is some fine editing work going on there.
All right.
Me, I just keep, you know,
All right.
putting out multiple hours of content a day, because my stuff is very simple to make. As anyone would be able to attest to.
Take that.
Oh wait, the Frosthaven thing. Unfortunately, the recording of the Frosthaven didn't work out so well with everything else I had in mind. Maybe if I think if I actually did have, I destroyed the thing, but, so I'll just end it off here more or less. I think that if I actually did have 4 people playing Frosthaven, instead of just me, then I could do something of a, I don't know, make it more in a reality TV sense. Have, you know, the gameplay occasionally pause and people go, it's like, oh yeah, I chose to do such and such thing because of so-and-so actions and blah blah blah. And it's like, oh, well, it's like, oh yes. It's like, so-and-so gave me a look and I just knew I was going to get like my flanking set up so I could use my ability. Kind of everything, and like, explain some of the odder choices that the characters do. Because stuff like Gloomhaven and Frosthaven, like the gameplay aspect itself is essentially split into 2 parts. There's choosing the cards, then there's using the cards. Because the cards that you choose, and the method that you think you're going to use them, is not necessarily the method that they wind up being used in.
All right.
Oh yeah, and then like give everyone like their dungeon goals, and it's like, okay, my goal is to like kill an enemy and open up a door tile in the same turn. Like I can see from like the map that there are like quite a few like in this first room there are weak enemies that are near door tiles, so I should be able to kill an enemy and open up a door. No problem. So I'll take. So this is the one that I'll take to try to get like the 2 check marks. And like someone else is all like, yeah, well, it's like, okay, so my 3 potential battle goals are like this, this, and this, and like, you know, have like segment it out. Give each player 1 minute to state which battle goals that they got and which one that they are planning to go for and why. Oh gosh, yes, like section it all out so it winds up being like a full hour or however long, 30 minutes maybe, whatever, however long. And then just like on each rotation, it's just like anyone who does something that they feel like needs to be elaborated on, then elaborates on it. It's like a lot of us are like, yep, just going to use this to walk up and attack. I'm going slow, so hopefully the enemy goes before I do. Like, heck, could you fall into that? Every single turn, it's the cards that get chosen and why they are choosing them, and then it jumps into like all of the initiative being brought up, like an overlay on the screen or something nice, like custom images for like the characters and the monsters, whatever. And then like any reactions if stuff winds up not happening the way they want. Like say if a person wanted their character to go at like initiative 12 and go and kill this enemy, but then the enemy goes at like initiative 5 and turns itself invisible, and it's like, oh, drat. And then like use like tabletop perspective, but not like flat, straight up and down, but at like a nice angle instead. I was gonna say a sharp angle, but I don't even know if a sharp angle would do it properly. Like, I know that one could record Gloomhaven or Frosthaven content in a way that could be enjoyable for people to watch, but that would be really difficult for just me to do on my own.
All right.
So who knows, maybe 5 or 6 years down the line, I'll wind up playing through Frosthaven again, and I'll have Azura, and we'll have like a couple of other people around, and we'll be like sitting around a table. Yeah, hopefully in 5 or 6 years, I'll
Nice.
yeah, hopefully in 5 or 6 years I'll be living in a nice house I'll at least partially own. Alright, who knows about that much, right? Yeah, just, you know,
Right.
sit around the table every
Nice.
couple nights or so, or heck, even
Right.
have it be that like once a week we get some friends over and we do like Frosthaven night, and we do all of the stuff for all of the recording. Then over the course of the week, one of us, probably me, edits together all the footage, or heck, maybe by that point,
Nice.
get popular enough and wealthy enough and just hire someone to do all of the editing together, and then just you know, make weekly or monthly Frosthaven uploads. Yeah, doing a monthly upload of something isn't something that I've really
Right.
looked into doing so much. Weekly uploads, much more my thing. And for the record, I don't regret doing the Aeon's End recording. That was a nice experience that taught me some stuff about editing and also how to film how to film with editing in mind, which is very important.
Nice. All right.
Boom, 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 boom. So if you ever want to do like your own videos and stuff, try to do your own editing. And instead of recording all of the footage and then editing all of it, try like recording like an episode's worth and then edit that together. And then take some of the stuff like, oh well, it would have been a lot easier to edit these two clips together if I'd actually stopped the recording and filmed it as two separate clips than if I just paused. So I have to like scrub to the exact moment that I paused and then do this like
Gotcha.
recording with editing in mind. Oh god, what? Playback hasn't crashed, but it has corrupted. Oh my gosh, okay. Yeah, if I was a fancy YouTuber, I would have, like, basically just the same copy and paste chunk of information in all of my video descriptions of it's like, hey, check out my Wattpad stories on this link, check out my Twitch on here, even though I practically never stream. And if I do, that seems to be more popular than YouTube is, because sometimes someone just wants to watch a stream of some weird PS1 game. Honestly, whenever I go to record, especially if I'm planning on doing more than one episode at once, I should just stream just to try to grab some attention.
Nice.
Who knows, maybe next time I do Tomba 2,
Nice.
I'll just stream it and get, might get a couple of viewers that way. I'm finding, well, I'm finding personally, like, not really one for watching streams, just because I like not super paying attention to any one specific thing. With the stream, like with just watching a YouTube video, if you miss what someone says, you can just go back a little bit and watch it. But with the stream, if you go back to watch it, well, then you're going to miss like the next 5 seconds. So, you're gonna just be like an extra 5 seconds behind of whatever's going on. There is a nice oh well, you can basically message the person running the stream in real time, and they can react to you, and that is nice.
All right.
But yeah, just not so much my thing from what I found. Yeah, if I find a new upload from a YouTuber that I follow, and I find that it's actually just live, I'll often just wait for. If it's live recording, or if it's premiere, I'll just wait until that's over and then watch it. Because I want to be able to watch stuff at my own pace. Even though, yeah, if it's a premiere, I can literally just start watching from the beginning and just ignore the whole it's going up live aspect to it. But it's just something about it. It's no, I just want to watch this on my own. I don't want to have the whole feeling of, oh, well, you have to watch it at the same rate as everyone else. You have to... It's no, I don't wanna. The...
Nice.
I wonder if premieres just have more, attention getting than non-premieres of YouTube is all hey, this is premiering, and so push that for the next little bit so people can actually catch stuff live. Maybe I should just randomly premiere one of my videos and just see if it gets pushed in that same way. How much honey have we even got? Oh god, we got a lot of stuff. 9, 18, 27, about 34 honeys. That's a nice, decent haul of honeys. I mean, 3 rune crystals and over 30 honeys, which will eventually be a bit over 30 love drinks. Hey, another honey. I just see the yellow stuff in the grass, and I'm like, ooh, honey. And it's no, dear. You know what? Let's go back home. Let's go back home and save and quit and end, and everything is fine. Everything is fine.